Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another InfoSec Hub video. Today I'm making a new video actually also to test my new hardware. This is not my desktop but a laptop I'm recording on. And I just wanted to make a quick video about the European landscape for technology. And to be honest, I was quite surprised. If you look at this map, I mean there's a few things that I recognize from the country that I live in, and that's the Netherlands. And for you worldwide viewers and also Americans, the Netherlands is located here. And we have Molly, which is also kind of a payment provider. And we have ASML, which is in the semiconductor industry. So basically the chip manufacturing industry, which is of course nowadays with the geopolitical things in the world, it's quite an important business. It's always best to have the latest technology, especially in the workforce and nowadays also in the military. So ASML plays a big role in that technological landscape. And actually this is the region I live in myself. I live 25 kilometers from ASML, so very close by. But Europe is bigger than ASML. We see various AI initiatives here. Boost AI in Norway. We see, where is it? Mistral AI in France. We see Ever AI here in Italy. And if I go around it, I actually only recognize Hostinger, which is a hosting provider. And Klarna, which is also basically when you interact with Temu or with Alibaba, there are ways that you can say, okay, I pay when the shipment is received and then I pay through Klarna. So it's basically an online payment provider as well. But when I look at the rest of the tech landscape here, I'm sorry to say that I'm not familiar with a lot of them. And that's because the US dominates the tech landscape so much that we don't even realize how much tech we have in Europe. Granted, from a professional standpoint, we're not nearly as far as the Americans, but here in the European Union, we have to deal with lots of legislation, rules, the GDPR. So we really have to be careful with customer data, user data. And in the United States, there are not so much restrictions, so they can innovate a little bit faster. But to be honest, if I want to use technology, and yes, I use Google services all the time, I know from a privacy standpoint and security standpoint, that's not the best way to go. So I actually hope that Europe steps up its game as well, and there will be great European alternatives to the American alternatives, or maybe they can be they can learn from each other, but they're all competing for the same target. Europe has about 500 million people living there, and America 300 million plus, 350 maybe. So in terms of people that live in a continent, Europe has way more potential users. But we all, and that's all already beginning in the 90s, we all prefer Microsoft products, Google products, because they're so convenient. Their user interfaces is working great, even if you don't really have any background in IT. You use it a couple of times and you know how it works. So there's not really a big incentive to use European alternatives, and everybody thinks, yeah, my data is already out there anyway. But as a consumer, as a customer, as somebody that uses the internet and online services, you do have rights, and people tend to forget that. So I'm actually amazed that there's quite a lot of companies here, but also at the same time, I wasn't aware of them. And when I look at here, and this is Ireland, right? No, this is Ireland and this is Scotland. I'm sorry. Skyscanner. Yeah, we all know that website. When, for instance, you have a loved one or family that is traveling from one country to another, you can follow the plane on that website. You just fill in the flight information, and you can see when they departed, how much time they are already in the air, and when they are arriving. Great tools. And it's coming out of Europe, and you just have to have an idea of a certain product that people can use and put it in the market and generate enough visitors so you can actually get an income from it? Is it through free services or maybe a subscription-based service? Hostinger is a hosting provider I used before. It was, I think, €2 a month or something for a basic hosting plan. But to my personal opinion, they weren't fast enough. And with WordPress, you have certain plugins, so you can cache already a lot of things of the website, so they're faster. So there are ways around it. But now I think I use a German hosting provider, which I will not disclose the name, but that one is way faster. Everything in Western Europe, so the Netherlands, Belgium, France, and Germany, they all benefit from the transatlantic internet connection cable, the IX, which is actually connected here in Amsterdam. And the Netherlands is a small country. We have 18 million people, so and we have about 96% of the people that uses the internet, and internet prices are very cheap compared to other countries, and they're very fast and very stable. So, but that's also the culture that we have. We all want to be connected. We want to do things ourselves with an app. But when you go, for instance, to Germany or to France, they have a different mindset. They still like to go to a physical place and talk to people and get things handled that way. So all in all, this is the European tech landscape. I hope more initiatives will come. I hope there will be a European AI centralized, and also we have our own models. Still making sure that we have privacy in the back of our minds. I hope we have a great hosting solution for all of Europe. And you know, we have our own reliable data centers, and hopefully we start even building our own operating systems. So we can get rid of Microsoft, we can get rid of Google. That is something that I would like to see. Of course, there need to be some kind of initiative to do this, and there need to be some funding to do this, and I hope that comes from the government that see their position as potentially being weakened by, you know, whoever's in charge at the moment. I'm not necessarily against Trump, don't get me wrong, not necessarily, but he made sure that we are aware of the position that we're in, and Europe is lazy. They always lean back, they always lean on other nations, and we always used to see America as a big friend, but I think it's time to also really look closely into our own backup plan, so to speak. We need to make our own operating system, our own server infrastructure, make sure that there are no backdoors from different, not from China, not from the United States. We need to really be on our own and get together and make sure that Europe is not dependent on anybody, so to speak. So that's basically my Friday rant. I hope you like it. Hopefully the quality of this video is good. If not, we change to another system. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're doing all great out there. Catch you in the next video.